Vegan Gains' recent transformation is a perfect example of what happens when men don't let women control their lives and actually pursue their own happiness and hobbies rather than just trying to financially support a woman because they want a couple of holes around to pleasure themselves when they're depressed. That's exactly what I think Richard was doing. I think he was keeping Jasmine around just because he wanted a little bit of pleasure every now and then, and not because there was actually any big connection between them, any real, not that it was fake, but any real genuine and long lasting relationship and love between them. It didn't seem like a substantial relationship. On the other hand, I didn't really care to speak on that. I don't like Jasmine as a person. The only thing that I really needed to see from her is that she's comfortable using the N word, and in my opinion that she's a racist, and that's just what it is. That's my opinion, and that's what I've seen from her, and that's the only reason I need for why I do not like Jasmine. But on the other hand, Vegan Gains has gotten in amazing shape, and we're probably closest to the same weight that we've ever been in a while. I'm around 200. I'm making my way to get lower, and I could even be lower. I haven't weighed myself in a little while, but I am dropping weight at the moment. But regardless, I'm still holding Vegan Gains to the fact that he said he could drop me in a boxing match. We know Avi would never do. We know Vegan Gains would never do.
Oh, I'll beat your ass. I don't know why he's saying I'd never do that. I'd beat your ass. Why does this little fucking twerp think I'm afraid of him?
But in person, they have no business doing nothing to nobody.
Okay, well, once I get my passport updated, sure. Yeah, maybe when I do some traveling, I'll take him up on his offer, but I'll box you. He's clearly not being fucking serious. Like especially fighting somebody who's a lot bigger than him. Like, I could just easily knock him over. He thinks he's gonna beat my ass, okay.
I think me and Vegan Gains could be cool if we really got in the ring together and actually got out, because then all the internet talk would be officially over. It'd be, you know, you got in the ring, we got in this little sparring match, you punched me in the face, I punched you in the face. Somebody's gonna go down, maybe. Somebody's gonna get the best of it, for sure. But maybe it could be some sort of event where we could actually make something out of it, maybe generate some revenue out of it, possibly anything that we could donate 100% of the earnings, obviously, to animals and, you know, make some sense of it. But what better way to promote veganism rather than just lifting weights all the time? We've seen it for years. We've seen other bodybuilders do it. We know that you can build muscle as a vegan, but what better way than actually getting in a ring and really beating up these animal eaters, or even just two vegans who can really fight, putting on a show and then showing what vegans are made of, you know, just beating the hell out of each other, or trying to. I still don't like Vegan Gains. Vegan Gains supports the genocide that is going on in Palestine, and he has no problem spreading misinformation on the harm that Israel is doing to the citizens of Palestine, and he doesn't even concede on any of the points that he's made that aren't valid. So for that reason specifically, I don't think his actions are really even in line with veganism itself, seeing as he's claiming that the violence that Israel is committing, and not only are they killing Palestinians, Israelis are indiscriminately killing animals as well. And Vegan Gains says that's not indiscriminate killing. It's not indiscriminate bombing. That don't sound too vegan to me. But for that pure reason, Vegan Gains, you're still supposed to hold yourself accountable for what you said. I don't forget things like that. You said you would knock me over. I'm sure a lot of people probably thought that. And I'm sure a lot of people, once they found out that I was vegan, they were surprised that they were getting their ass beat by me. So my advice is, we see that you can build muscle. We see that you made gains throughout the years. Can we see you get some combat training and get ready for some sort of combat boxing match, whatever you want to do? And we can try and get it going in the future. It don't have to be right now. We can try and get something going. We can stay in touch. And if you want, we can try and get something going with that. If you've kept up with Vegan Gains a bit, I check in with them to see what the hell he's doing, or if I have to debunk any more BS on Palestine and what he's spreading information about babies being killed and whatnot, about Israel doing the right thing when they're clearly just a murderous, violent nation. I just checked back in his channel to see if I have to debunk anything, but I saw that he got back in shape. I'm happy he did, but I'm still gonna hold you accountable for the fact that you said you would basically knock me out in a boxing match. You clearly would not. You don't know the type of experience and the type of elite fighters that I've went up against, and I've never been down in a boxing ring before. And most of the people I spar, including elite fighters to pro fighters, I've gotten the better of. So yeah, I would most definitely up to this day entertain a boxing match with Vegan Gains. So if you want to do it, if you're a man of your word, and if you want to hold yourself accountable and discipline yourself enough to do it, then let's stop all the internet weirdness and back and forth and just set up a location for the future. So, well, I hope to see you respond to it. So let's see what we can get going. All right, man. Stay in shape though.